Damn, I haven't made a video in a while. Hey, what's up everyone? Thanks for tuning in to another video. I'm back with another review for the first time in a long time, and I know it's taken a long time, but I'm back and I'm here with a review of a product that I never thought I would actually buy because I was an incredible hater of this when I first saw it announced. But yeah, here it is. This is the Backbone 1 PlayStation Edition. Now, I specifically went with the PlayStation Edition because I'm a PlayStation fan, more so than any other console. And I like the design and color scheme of this more. So yeah, let's get into the review. So let's talk about the design. And I really like it now that I've used it for a few weeks, probably a month now. I've played a lot of different games on here, used it for remote play, played mobile games. It's been very good, but design-wise, like the look and the feel is pretty good. I will say that I like the color scheme because it matches my DualSense, and it's got the PlayStation face buttons, it's got the share button as well as some other buttons on the front side, and the back side actually opens up and has the PlayStation logo, which I thought was a pretty cool touch. I'm obviously a fan of that, and I would have went with the black version, but it just seemed a little too plain for me. I know that as someone who uses iOS and Android, I have this for my iPhone. I know there's an Android version of the Backbone coming out, but it's only going to be in black, and that's kind of disappointing, but maybe that would be an easier way to differentiate the two models for myself when I get the Android version. Now, as far as the buttons, how they feel really good. The face buttons are a little bit smaller on the Backbone 1 than on the DualSense, but that's fine. They're not too much smaller. And even the triggers on the backside are pretty good. They feel pretty good. They obviously don't have the adaptive functionality. Don't expect that anywhere else other than on PlayStation branded controllers or the Scuff controller, which I actually have one and is very awesome, but that's not what we're talking about. It's just, I wanted to make sure people understood how the buttons feel compared to a regular DualSense controller. They don't feel the same, but they don't feel bad. I think for playing anything on the go, you're gonna be very happy compared to any other mobile phone controller on the market right now. And I've used some from like Moga and a couple other manufacturers, but this is actually really good. It's not something that's going to tire you out after using it for several hours. I've played Call of Duty Mobile on this for multiple hours straight and tried to play ranked gameplay, and it's just comfortable. Like, this is something you can easily use on a long flight or just a long road trip or waiting for something to do. Like if you're trying to kill time, then yeah, you could definitely pull this out, plug in your iPhone, and use it for a few hours, and you know, that's pretty much it. All right, now let's talk about the features of the Backbone 1. One of the things I really like is the customizable app, and this app has a lot of different things in it. So the first thing, obviously, it's going to show games that are supported by the Backbone 1 and games from the App Store. And for PlayStation users, since this is a PlayStation branded Backbone 1 controller, it's got kind of the PlayStation UI a little bit implemented into it in terms of the tiles and the layout, the color scheme of the UI a little bit. So I thought that was a pretty cool touch. Also, it's got, you know, PS Remote Play, which I have used on here playing Alienation, and is very awesome when you just want to lay in bed and play a console game. I know I could be playing anything else, but I've been trying to get to max level in Alienation for probably a month now, a month and a half, and it's been very sad. But other than that, yeah, it's been very good. The UI, I really enjoy navigating through it with the thumbstick and the D-pad. But yeah, it's very clean. It's got a lot of different games you can explore in terms of, like I mentioned, games from the App Store, Apple Arcade. You can play PS Remote Play. It's got other options for like streaming Steam games and Xbox Game Pass. So this could be your like one-stop shop controller for all of your different services. And since all that stuff is displayed in the actual app, it's very useful for someone who's a hardcore mobile gamer or just wants to play their console games on the go in one convenient location. And also with the customizable app, you can launch that from the Backbone One. There's a dedicated button to launch the actual app. So it's very convenient. You don't have to like minimize the game you're playing and navigate to the app and launch it from iOS. You can do it straight from the controller. And you can swap between your current game and the app. It kind of does it like you're multitasking, so it's pretty awesome. Now, two other cool things about the Backbone One are that one, it has a headphone jack, which for me, I haven't really used too much. I mostly use Bluetooth headphones, and obviously since you're using Bluetooth, there's going to be some sort of lag in the audio in comparison to the gameplay and the actions being made in the game, especially during remote play. There is a noticeable difference when you're streaming a game to your iPhone and you're streaming audio via Bluetooth. So that is a noticeable thing. So you may want to use the headphone jack with wired headphones. Now, the other cool feature is pass-through charging, and with that you can plug in your USB-C cable to the actual controller and charge your phone while you're playing. And since the Backbone One doesn't need to be charged, it runs off of the Lightning port of the iPhone. This is very convenient, and I've done this several times. I actually recently got a power bank, which is like, I think 20,000 milliamps. It works great, and I've used it several times to charge my phone or make sure my phone doesn't drain all of its battery while I'm playing Call of Duty Mobile or Brawlhalla or any other of the games that I've been playing. Now, let's talk about one of the things I didn't like initially about this controller that I still kind of don't like, but I got used to it, is the offset sticks. And that's something coming from a longtime PlayStation player, because I never owned an Xbox until the Series S came out, and the only game I play on there really is Halo Infinite. So getting used to an Xbox controller in general was a learning process, and getting used to this was not as bad because I had used the Xbox controller, but it's just personally I prefer not to use offset sticks. I know a lot of people say, well, that's the way you should be gaming, you know, that's actually better for you playing game, but I'm not a fan of that. I'm a fan of PlayStation controllers, and that's what I've been using for several years. But for gaming on the go, it's not a deal breaker. It's just something I kind of don't like, but I don't think it should be a deal breaker for anyone. I think you should be able to use offset or non-offset sticks if you're gaming. Like, you just gotta get used to it. All right, so final thoughts on the Backbone One PlayStation Edition. I really like it in terms of design and functionality. I think it's great. I love the fact that it matches the aesthetic of the DualSense controller for the PS5, and it's got all the buttons I need in terms of the face buttons. Very, very fun to use. It was just a game changer. And anyone gaming on their iPhone, whether it's a smaller iPhone all the way up to the Pro and the Pro Max versions, you're gonna be very happy getting one of these, playing Apple Arcade games, App Store games, remote play from PlayStation, Xbox Game Pass, you know, any of those types of games. You're gonna be very happy playing them on the go with this. I wish it was a little bit cheaper. I would say that. It's, I think, $100. Either way, I'm not too upset with, you know, how much I paid for it, because it was definitely a great investment so that I can game on the go, whether it's a mobile game or whether I want to do remote play from my PS5. And for those of you who have PS4, yeah, it'll work as well. It's the same way. But yeah, I think overall it's a great investment for those who want to game a lot on the go or have to game on the go a lot and want to be able to play their console games on the go or play a ton of mobile games. This is definitely a great investment and a great controller. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in to my first review in a very long time. I hope to have hopefully one of these up a week. We'll see, but I'm also starting a new job and that's going to get pretty crazy. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you all updated on my social media channels. Just follow me at Jamil T. Davis for all of my updates. And until next time, I will catch you all later.